Hi, this is Derek from the South Tipperary Volunteer Centre with this video tutorial on how to search for and apply for volunteer opportunities with your local volunteer centre. The starting point always should be your local volunteer centre homepage. If you don't know the address, just check out volunteer.ie where you'll find a full list of volunteer centres and click on the link to the centre that's closest to your location. Right. To complete this tutorial, we assume that you have registered with the centre already. If you need some help in registering with your local volunteer centre, just check out the Register to Volunteer video that's associated with this series as well. So here we have our local volunteer centre, which is South Tipperary Volunteer Centre homepage open. And what you're looking for is a graphic, an icon, or a menu item that says search for volunteer opportunities or search for opportunities. So in our case, it's here. And we click on that link. This will load up a subsequent search form. Just note that the search form has two distinct sides. We have a light grey which allows us to search by town, county, cause or activity, and we also have a darker colour which allows to search by keyword. I'd advocate using either or. It returns the best results if you just use either or, and a good way to remember it is that if you're using the light colour, stay away from the dark colour and vice versa. So you might remember in our registration process, the volunteer that we registered, their profile was a 24-year-old male from Clonmel who was interested in the youth sector. So we're going to have a look and see, using the search criteria, what volunteer opportunities are housed on the database of volunteer centres that may be of interest to that volunteer. So our town county search is Clonmel, and the cause that they were interested in was youth. We fill out two. If we want to go to a next level of detail, you can click the drop down box. But remember, like any search, the more detail you put in, the less results it'll return. So in this case, we're just going to search by Clonmel and by youth. And we'll click search. The search returned, as we can see here, 13 results, and it's displaying 1 to 10. At the very bottom, you have the opportunity to click show all, and it'll show the actual whole 13 results displayed. It's a really self-explanatory return that returns from this form, so you can actually see the opportunity name, the organisation that's associated with the opportunity, the cause and the activity. And sometimes the activity and the cause are very similar and sometimes they're different. If you have a look, for example, further down here, the Clonmel Community Youth Project are actually looking for someone who's a driver. So while the cause is youth, the actual activity the volunteer activity that's associated with would be a driver, and that's called out here in the opportunity name, which is bus driver. So to apply for any of these opportunities, all you need to do is find one and click, for example, this one, anyone you want. By clicking the view, you get the information that's associated with that opportunity, the days of the week, the amount of hours, with the location, etc. And as we mentioned in the registration process, all you need to do to apply for this opportunity is use the same email that you use during registration. And we use stvolcenter@gmail.com. What will happen is the database will now go off and see, is that email associated with a person. So click to validate and you'll get this message back. Our records indicate that you are registered on iVol, which is the name that we use for the Volunteer Centres database. So to apply for that opportunity, all you do is click the continue button. If you get an error come back, if we mistyped, I'll just put in one there, if we mistyped the email, what will happen is you'll get our records indicate that you've not registered basically on iVol, and you can click here to register. But if you have registered, it's just telling you that the email that you supplied in this or the registration process is wrong. If the email here is right, it means that the one that you've put on your registration process form is wrong. Just contact a member of your local volunteer centre and they'll update that record for you. So in this case, the email is right. We're just going to click validate. We get our message back saying that the email is correct. We click continue. And what happens here now is that your local volunteer centre will have been made aware that you've expressed an interest in the bus driver with the Clonmel Community Youth Services project, and they'll take it from there. In certain cases, the organisations, depending on the way that they set out the volunteer opportunity, may request that the information goes directly to them. So what happens is when you click the button, you'll get the email address and contact details yourself, and you can deal directly with the organisation. But that's the simplest way to search and apply for volunteer opportunities. If you need any help, if you go to the homepage of your local volunteer centre, they'll also have contact details, and a member of staff will be more than happy to help you out. I hope that helps.